Man, we got some snow last night. So forecasters saying that we got like 13 inches, and I would say we got all of that. Pretty good storm, actually. So I'm gonna get the tractor out and see how we do with over a foot of snow. If you guys watched my video, last video I did, we had about 8 inches and did pretty well on that. This will be by far the most that I've pushed with this blade that I built. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link up here, up above, where I built I took an old Western truck blade and I converted it to fit my tractor. And it's worked out pretty well so far. So one thing that I'm going to do different this time, if you saw my last video, one of the problems that I have with that little tractor is weight, just pushing the snow. And a lot of that is because my driveway goes uphill. Once I'm coming downhill, it's not really a problem. But I just had a box blade on the back before, which isn't very heavy. I put my ballast box on the back, which is, it's probably like 600 pounds, 650 maybe, something like that. And I'm hoping with that additional weight, I'm gonna have more luck actually pushing snow up the hill. And you know, it's not gonna help with the steering problem that I have sometimes when I got a blade full of snow. Sometimes it kind of wants to walk me sideways, but at least I won't lose traction, I hope, and I'll have more luck actually be able to get up the hill. So we'll see how it goes. I'll throw the camera on, you guys can check it out, pushing, I don't know, like I said, 12 or 13 inches. It's kind of blew around a little bit, so some places it's thicker than others, obviously, so we'll see how it does. so all done. And actually I probably got done quicker than the last time I did it. So my opinion on this is that having extra weight on the back, having that heavy ballast box on there definitely is helpful on my steep driveway. So, you know, I guess to address a couple of the comments that I had on one of my other videos. So I've got a grater blade, a scraper blade to put on the back of this, which, you know, for back dragging away from the shop and the house would be really handy. But the thing I don't like about that is it hangs out so far, and then the whole unit is so dang long. But actually, now that I know, and that's not near as heavy as this ballast box. And I'll note too, this, if you guys are interested in seeing how I built this thing, you can see it's kind of I built it so it fits right in the 3-point arms, sits up tight to the tractor. I'll throw a video at the end if you want to check out how I built that thing. But anyway, worked really well. A couple other things too. So other comments that I got in the previous video was that I needed to go faster, which, you know, obviously I know that snow moves easier with more speed. But on my previous video, for one thing, I was kind of, you know, testing the system, and I was a little afraid to go too hard on it. But even more importantly, the ground hadn't really frozen hard yet, and I was trying to kind of take it easy and, you know, watch to make sure that I didn't dig up all my gravel. So that's part of the reason why I went slow. But this time I went from I put it in low, or I was in low before, ran it in medium, and you can probably see from the video it kicked the snow pretty well. And then one other trick that I figured out today, I had a number of guys say that they're thinking about building something like this or have built something like this. So one of the challenges, so I got shoes on there, obviously. Shouldn't say obviously, but I got shoes on there, so I'm not completely digging on the gravel, trying to save my gravel as much as I can. But then when I get to the slab in front of my garage, then of course I've got shoes in the way, so I can't scrape tight. But last couple times, I'd get off, take the shoes off, and I still didn't feel like, hey pup, it didn't feel like I got a really good scrape. But what I figured out today, trick to anybody else who has a setup like this, rather than having the blade flat on the ground, so basically the shoes are flat on the ground, I just tip the bucket forward, tip the, you know, the loader, not the loader, but tip the bucket forward, and I was able to kind of bypass the shoes, so the blade was scraping right directly on the concrete. And as you can see, that worked really well. So, you know, I had already pushed this, so it was already kind of packed down. Next time I do this, I'm pretty confident that if I tip the blade down first on my initial passes before I run over it and pack it down with the tractor, I'm going to get a really nice clean slab. So anybody who has one of these or is thinking about building one of those, seem kind of obvious now, but prior to now I didn't really think about trying that. So if you've got concrete to clear, do that. It works actually really well. So there you go. I'm happy. We had I don't know if we had, I'm gonna say we probably got a foot, probably 11 to 12 inches. Some places were deeper on the driveway than the others, but there's quite a bit of snow there, and it handled it really well. Much easier than last time. Part of it is because this is dry, powdery snow, and it's not wet, which makes a big difference. But anyway, it handled it. Got some good piles. So appreciate you guys watching. You know, as always, if you enjoyed that, hit that like button for me. Appreciate it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Again, I'll leave a couple links down below if you want to see some of the stuff. I'll leave a link to where I built this blade and when I built the ballast box. It's been super helpful on that tractor. If you're interested in seeing those projects, they're kind of long videos, but if you're bored sometime, you know, sit back and I think they're probably both about an hour or so. But I had fun kind of making them, so I'll throw them on the end of this video if you want to check it out. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next one.